show people what you did. All right, here go the sex tape contract. This is the sex tape full contract. They done already breached the contract by talking.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of The Tape. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you could join us here on The Tape on this Thursday, Super Thursday, Super 6, Season 6 edition of The Tape on this Thursday, September 15th, 2022. Yes indeed, we are back and we are back with a vengeance. We're back. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Tape here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We are our season 6 premiere here on The Tape. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Tape. Man, we got a lot to get to. Last time we did The Tape was like in May. So we're back, I think we were doing R. Kelly, but we'll talk about R. Kelly a little bit later on in the show. But let's get to the big story. On the big story this week, we know we start the tape with some unfortunate news with Queen Elizabeth. We start with Queen Elizabeth. She just passed away just about a week ago. And where I was when I heard the news, I was doing some business, and all of a sudden I hear news that Queen Elizabeth had passed away at 96 years old. Now we've been hearing rumblings about Queen Elizabeth. That she wasn't feeling too well, and we thought she was gonna pull through, but she wasn't able to pull through this time. And then people just start spewing stuff about her. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's look back at Queen Elizabeth in her life.
70 years, she devoted her life to her country, steadfast through triumph and tragedy. Queen Elizabeth II died peacefully at her Scottish castle, Balmoral. She was 96 years old. She leaves behind her family, a nation, and much of the world in mourning.
Shocked. I can't believe it. I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted.
It just made me, I felt a shiver go down my spine.
The notice of her death posted on the gates of Buckingham Palace. It was a day the country has long dreaded.
You kind of always knew it was coming, but when it happens, it's just sad.
Somber crowds gathering outside Buckingham Palace in the rain, leaving flowers at the gates.
I was just compelled to come here. She just means so much to this country.
The flag lowered to half-staff, and as Britain paused, rainbows stretched across the sky. The monarch has been a constant presence in the lives of millions and was a living part of history. Her face on money in Great Britain. Across the Commonwealth, the national anthem of the United Kingdom sung in her honor. God save the Queen.
I think the same shock and sense of disbelief that was here today will still be here for some time. Even people who didn't know the Queen, I think many people felt they had a personal connection with her.
She was one of my favorite people in the world, and I will miss her so.
Tonight, tributes to the Queen pouring in from world leaders, the Pope, and all the living former presidents she met with, including Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton. And President Biden signing the condolence book at the British Embassy in Washington. At 73, Her Majesty's eldest son, now King Charles III, released this statement saying, "The death of my beloved mother, Her Majesty the Queen, is a moment of the greatest sadness for me and all members of my family. We mourn profoundly the passing of a cherished sovereign and a much-loved mother."
But I think it's that sense of duty of being a public servant for all of that time, to put herself second, and to put the people and her family and her country first.
The announcement of the Queen's death came just hours after the palace released a rare statement saying doctors were, quote, concerned for Her Majesty's health. Her family racing to the matriarch's side, Charles arriving first by helicopter.
Queen Elizabeth had lived a long, glorious life. She was, like she said, a gifted, exceptional, radiant woman. She lived her life. She was growing up while she had the crown, and she died this last week. And our thoughts are with Queen Elizabeth. watch the tape. Watch Viral somewhat tonight because Viral's gonna be the last episode we do dedicated to Queen Elizabeth, her profiles. And then watch Connect Now, where we deep dive and get Brittany Shay's thoughts on what she thinks about Queen Elizabeth and her legacy and her life. And then now I'm hearing all this stuff about colonialism and stuff. Like, wow. But I think Brittany Shay kind of pointed out a little bit that colonialism and with the Queen's ties to it. But that's another story to another day. But Queen Elizabeth left a lasting legacy. Even like her son Charles, King Charles now has been bestowed. He's kind of trying to learn his way around the crown, and he having a rough start with this.
I just had to put, is it September 12th?
13th, sir.
Oh God, the wrong date. 13th?
Yes, sir.
You said 12:30.
Where did I put it? I said oh God, I hate this.
Oh look, it's going over the back. So nobody got shot.
What is that?
Oh look, it's so
Oh no, there it is. Bloody thing. What they do, everyone's sticking.
Yeah, he was doing this with the pen, telling them, "Here, get the pen, get the pen, get the pen." Like I know, Prince Charles was Prince. I call him Prince. I'm so used to call him Prince Charles. Now I got to call him King Charles. Charles III. Yeah, we'll just call him Charles. King Charles. Throwing his weight around already while his mother and stuff. Ugh. He even made mention of a little bit of what the statement, his first statement, what he said. Take a look.
Great journey. To join my dear late papa, I want simply to say this. Thank you. Thank you for your love and devotion to our family and to the family of nations you have served so diligently all these years. May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Yeah, you heard him say, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." Yeah, mommy. Yeah. But hopefully we'll see the funeral on Monday, and we should live stream the funeral. Well, we might join with another network to give you that. So look out for that. All right, in celebrity news. Yes, in celebrity news. Singer, actor, with all-around entertainer Ray J. Yes, Ray J, for the love of Ray J. Yeah, Ray J comes back and he's fed up. Ray J is fed up about the sex tape rehashing itself. Ray J, when you had intercourse with that girl, what you thought? Now it's coming back. He's saying he doesn't want that to tarnish his reputation. When him and Kim Kardashian, Ray J popped off on Instagram. Take a look. And Ray J didn't hold back one bit. Ray J come out the stems of this when he heard that Kris Jenner appeared on James Gordon talk show. This is what the clip was.
Did you help Kim release her sex tape?
No. No.
True. Of course it's true. Of course.
And then Ray J wanted to go on Instagram to pop off and tell Kris about herself with this.
Y'all can't just go out here and do a lie detector test and just lie. I take responsibility for whatever bad shit I did, whatever when it came out. All right, you gotta take the same responsibility. Like we was in this together, Kris. You know what you did. I'm about to show people what you did. All right, here go the sex tape contract. This is the sex tape full contract. They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it. That's my signature. And that's Steve Hirsch's signature. So these matter because this is the original contract. There's no way I could use Kim Kardashian's name in this contract if she wasn't a part of it. This is light, right? Now, she got the same exact contract I got. And when we go to court, guess what? They got to pull that up because we got to see that. Because moms was lying and we need to make sure that it's not right, right? In every contract, you got to have deliverables that you sign. So meaning the final page is exactly what you selling to somebody. So in this one, we have to sell sex tapes. So we're selling sex tapes to our people, right? So, here's what happens. Kim is rushing me. Her mom's rushing me. Let's get this shit done. Come on, let's get it signed. Kim's with me while I'm signing my contract. She's like, hurry up, babe. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and help you. I'm going to sign your deliverables for you so you can just rush it through. So Kim signs the deliverables, exactly what we about to sell to Vivid. It's her signature. I mean, it's her handwriting. Giving him the right to sell it. Like, this is my contract, though. Hold on, there's our signature right there, because that's it. If they try to void this contract, anybody that I did the deal with, that means that the whole deal we did is void, because this is what we sold them. Like, how your handwriting get on my contract and then got, like, you wrote the words that was, like, the words, though, sex tapes, and, like, you wrote those. Look who wrote exactly what we sold. Tape number 1, Cabo intro. Tape number 2, Cabo sex. Tape number 3, here's the one that they said I had. Santa Barbara sex. Ray J, that's my signature. This isn't a copy of it. This is the original. I had her take the fingerprints off the letter she wrote me, and it matched exactly to the ones on my contract. So if it's forged, then that means the whole contract is void, right? And that means that we all sue everybody. All I want the judge to do is ask to see a copy of her contract. Y'all sued Steve Hirsch, that's a lie. $5 million, you never got $5 million. You can't print those documents up, they don't exist. You never got no money from Steve, you got $400,000, just like I got $400,000. We signed the contract the same day. You got the same contract I got, except guess what? You rushed me to sign the contract because your mama was rushing me to sign it, so guess what you did? You signed my deliverables in your handwriting, right? Because you was rushing me. So you signed my deliverables. Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that should say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, that shit called Santa Barbara sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud. Google John Grogan right now. Look what pops up. First thing that pops up is how to beat the lie detector test. This is a fraud. He don't even have a fucking license. He using somebody else's license. So they think they could just run that play. Everybody say, oh, it's over with. And then they move on with their life and keep shitting on people.
Yeah, Ray J blaming Kris Jenner, saying that Kris Jenner was the one that orchestrated the whole sex tape deal. I mean, if she did, she is a savvy businesswoman. I think she already is, but her being savvy about it like that and putting your daughter out like that, that leads to concerns and stuff like, is Kris Jenner's intentions in the right place? And then when Kim grows up, she gonna probably do that to her daughters, Northwest and the other girl. It's just like you're pimping out your daughter, and then and then with the ramifications and what you get, like, oh, well, that's what came with the territory. So look at that. But I give a Ray J saying he don't want his reputation to be ruined, but it's already been ruined already with the sex tape and the other stuff you did to your ex-wife. They alleged rumors of you cheating. So Ray J, come on, man, come on. All right, on talk shows. All right, talk shows kicked off with a lot of slew new talk shows, but we're going to talk about a return talk show. Tamron Hall She's coming back for her 4th season. Tamron Hall come back for her 4th season, and she starts her show with this.
Tell a friend she's back. Tell a friend to tell a friend she's back.
Yeah, Tamron Hall looking like a bird view. You know how bird hair do? I don't know, like a peacock or something. The bird slipped away in the back and took. Yeah, Tamron Hall trying to channel her inner wild child. So I guess Tamron Hall trying to shop ratings and trying to get something new and different. Let's see how long that lasts. Just having that platinum blonde hair, because I know ain't just to garner people's attention, and then you probably the producers told her, hey, just dye your hair blonde and then spike and look like a bird. It'll get some rave reviews, I'm telling you. And that's what she probably did. All right. Speaking of new talk shows, we had another new talk show debut in the talk show, on the old talk show, you know, from old talk shows such as Ellen, The Real, and the Wendy Williams Show. They're no longer a part of the talk show, daytime talk show TV lineup. Where we got 2 new talk shows, and they're 2 fresh faces, and they're 2 African American women. Well, speaking of Wendy Williams, we heard that she went back to rehab and she needs serious help. So we hope she gets the help that she needs and stuff, because her life went through a downward spiral ever since she got divorced, and everything just went downhill, downhill. Hopefully she get the help she needs with the bank account situation being froze. She get back on her feet. Oh, well, speaking of who replacing Wendy, it's no other damn familiar face. She was on The View. She loves to talk. She's a comedian. She's an actress. Sherri Shepherd had her own talk show. She was filling in for Wendy during Wendy's last season when Wendy Williams decided she didn't want to come on her own show because of the problems she was having. Sherri Shepherd stepped in, and the producers and the brass said, hey, Sherri's going to get the show. Wendy's going to get kicked out. And then that's what happened. Let's look at when Sherri Shepherd made her first entrance on her debut show. Sherri Shepherd debut, and then you can see right here the intro video. It's like it's trying to power you. Like she's just everywhere. It's like everywhere, like a family member. That's just like to be seen and be heard. But Sherri Shepherd had sat down when she did her debut show. She rewind back to when she sat down, and she felt like her hands were being a little bit big for her own view, her own angle. Take a look.
A lot of positive feedback, my friends, my family, people on the street. But one of my besties, Kim Whitley, called, and she said she noticed something crazy. Now, she said my hands looked unusually, this is me with my girl Kim. She said my hands looked unusually large at the beginning of the show. Okay, John, I'm so shocked here. Like, my hands, it looks like I'm wearing one of those sports foam fingers. This looks like I could palm a basketball. Look at my hand.
Very Shaquille O'Neal.
It looks very Shaquille O'Neal. I look like Rick and Ralph. That's what my hands look like.
Sherri Shepherd proved Sherri Shepherd trying to joke on herself about her hands. That's what you do. You joke on yourself, and you make fun of yourself. It makes it easier for people to relate to you and make you more humble. So Sherri Shepherd starting off a good start. she brought out Ricky Layton and all the rest of them. So Sherry Shepherd trying to get that niche back. So for her. So good for her. Also, too, Jennifer Hudson debuted her new talk show. And here's Jennifer Hudson when she did her opening.
I'm not gonna cry on y'all. My mama used to say, stop crying. Y'all always crying about everything. But this is, first of all, thank y'all for being here at the Jennifer Hudson Show. Oh my God. Woo. It's an emotional time and day for me because this is my first show. And just know, when you see me, you're gonna see my heart. And I hope you feel my heart. And that's why I'm emotional right now. I didn't know I was gonna get here and cry, but...
Yep, Jennifer Hudson opening the talk show. I think she's trying to follow in the footsteps of Kelly Clarkson. Since if you were American Idol winner or contested, and you got the naysay to do it, and then just go for it. Who's next? Carrie Underwood, Fantasia. It's just the list going on and on. But I hope, you got 3 black women as talk show hosts. And that's impressive. That's an impressive feat in this nature and stuff. Right now, currently on daytime TV, it's kind of rare, but we ought to be grateful and be thankful that that's happening. That shows you that diversity is opening up to its door. So congratulations to Tamron, Sherry, and Jennifer on their talk show ventures. All right, we'll be back with more tape. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. This is the tape, season 6. We'll be back. Hello everyone, welcome back to The Take. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on The Take on this Thursday, September 15th, 2022. Like I said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect TV. And we thank you all for watching. And we thank you too, folks, for watching a sneak peek of it. You're getting a little sample, a little nugget of what you can expect on The Take for season 6. As we are the hub of pop culture, and we cover everything pop culture and entertainment throughout the week. So we thank you all for watching. Let's get to it. The political rundown. On the political rundown this week, what a political rundown we have. Now, we know that train conductors are going to do a strike. You might want to know, like, what are you talking about? Railroad strike. Well, there are labor unions edging towards striking, and it's sparking fears that it could lead to supply chain disruption across the country. I guess the train conductors want to know when they're going to get paid. Let's get the latest on what's going on right now.
Threatening to walk off the job by the end of the week. 3 Madison Square Gardens full of railway workers. But what could that mean for you? Bare shelves at the store and prices that skyrocket for starters. Let's get into it. If railroad workers vote to strike this Friday, it could cripple the nation's supply chain. Store shelves could run empty, Think March 2020. And the average cost of your basic necessities could soar. Amtrak is already canceling 3 long-distance routes. And with the possibility of trains getting stuck at the station, freight lines are already gearing up to stop accepting goods as early as today. Because a lot of this precious cargo has an expiration date and can go bad quickly. Experts believe this strike would cost up to $2 billion a day. Which is why politicians on Pennsylvania Avenue are working around the clock to try to stop it. Overnight, Congress signaled that it may have to intervene under the Railway Labor Act to prevent a strike from happening, which is exactly what President Clinton did in 1997, using his presidential power to block the American Airlines pilot strike. Sources tell ABC News that if no deal is reached, Congress will likely halt any strike before Friday.
All right, there. The train conductors looking for a deal. A deal could probably be on the table. Put food on the table. You know what I'm talking about. Well, let's hear from the President Joe Biden on what he's going to do to strike this deal and prevent this strike from not happening. Take a look.
Engineers, the trainmen, International Association of Sheet Metal and Air and Rail and Transportation Workers Union, and the other labor unions engaged. And this is a win for tens of thousands of rail workers and for their dignity and the dignity of their work. It's a recognition of that. During these early, dark, uncertain days of the pandemic, they showed up so every American could keep going. They worked tirelessly through the pandemic to ensure that families and communities got the delivery.
Biden made it clear. He said, I'm not going to let that happen on my watch. So y'all go. He said, I need all the votes I can get. He already got the college students with the tuition to wipe out their student loan debt. Now he need every blue collar American you can think of. And Joe Biden he trying to unite the base. That's what he trying to do. Unite the base. Unite them. So nobody won't go get, because he knows he gonna have a fight in his hands when he knows that Trump might gonna run again. Tell you that right now. All right. On news is this week, R. Kelly has been found guilty of 8 counts of child pornography in the Illinois trial. Is that a shock? No. R. Kelly's been, I think everything that R. Kelly getting is coming back to him. I just think he just got to be, he can't be careful no more. I mean, it's out there now. R. Kelly might well just sit and rot in jail. I mean, everything started with that interview he did with Gayle King, and then everything just went downhill from there. So R. Kelly kind of know. R. Kelly ain't got his card no more. Know how that be, how that ends up being. But R. Kelly 6 counts of child pornography. Woo, how you gonna be able to manage that? Don't know. And finally, the viral video of the week. The viral video of the week is, look at this. Adorable little girl. And she has something that many women like to wear. Take a look. That little adorable girl with a wig on her head, trying to rock it. Don't get too grown. You'll get there eventually one day. You just keep being a baby, not being a grown woman yet. But she look adorable, look cute. So, little adorable little girl. But like I said, that's the Vibe Video Week. We want to have good, warm stories in the Vibe Video Week. No crazy stories, unless it's newsworthy. So we're gonna do something like that. But we're gonna start with good-hearted, uplifting videos and stuff. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Take. We're back with season 6. We'll be back next Thursday for another edition of The Take. Thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you next Thursday for The Take. See you later.